Yeah, he's going. I'm going to show you how I make my beer. Pretty easy. We just brew the Cooper's range. Alright, so you got a brew enhancer 2. You can get 1, 2, 3, or use like a light dry malt or something. Like we pour this in. Actually, you want to get that out, that's the bottle one. First rule is make sure everything's sterile. If you think it's clean, clean it again. Because you know about it when you sit down and have a longie and you end up spewing up and chipping through a knife and needle. So you put your malt in, you need about 2 litres of water. There's a bit of debate here that Mrs. loves using cold water, I love using hot water. It's your preference, just as long as you get it down to temperature, I reckon. But you want to give it a good stir. The more you stir it, the more oxygen that you put in it, and that's good for the yeast. They say stir it until the arm gets sore, but that's enough. And you get your syrup, your flavour for what you want. This one's the Mexican Cerveza. Might forget Sheza and the Cerveza. So I'll get this. And take the yeast off. When I say sterilise everything, even your can opener has to be sterilised. This one's just about had it off me. Oh, yeah, come on, come on. You can do it, put your back into it. Right, yeah. Don't buy can openers from Woolies. Give you that. Right, so all your syrup goes in. And we'll start stirring it. Now a lot of this is going to stay in here, so you're going to want to rinse this out with a bit of warm water, hot water, and then pour it back. So I've got water in there. Oops, don't get it over you. Get it all out. Pour it all in there. Keep going. See, I've added water to that and see it still real like honey. Good enough. Give it another good stir. Now you start adding water. So cold water. Now the aim is to get this up to 23 litres of water. But keep in mind you need it below 27 degrees. If you put it higher than 27 degrees it kills your yeast. So keep it below 27, and I use tank water. I find tank water better. You can use tap water, no reason why you can't use tap water, that's how I started off. I've just switched to tank water. I found it colder too, it helps drop the temperature more when you get it straight out of the tank. And now just a slow process getting it to 23 litres. Alright, so 1, 2, miss a few, and we're at 23 litres. That goes down. Normally I use a big 10 litre water bottle you get full of water from the supermarket. I fill that up, so you only got to fill it up like twice and a bit. Other than that, you've got to use a kettle. You got like 23 trips to the tap or to the tank water. stir. Get all that sugar and dextrose in there. Everything but your blood, sweat and tears. The more oxygen the better. Alright. So now, before you add the yeast, you're going to get a hydrometer. So that's your hydrometer. You're probably not going to really see it that well. But this is for making wine as well, but it can get all these numbers to go all the way down. You're going to want it about 1030, about that. So you fill it up with your little tap. Give that bad boy a bit of a spin. Right, that's about 1033. So that's going to be good for about an easy 5%, maybe 5.5% alcohol. I don't recommend doing that. It gives you an idea of what beer tastes like. That is flat. And then what you do is break the hydrometer. Won't work on the time. You're going to find the yeast. So you get your little packs of yeast. That goes in. This is another debate here. Mrs. reckons don't stir it. I reckon stir it. But if you're going to stir it, only this once. Just sort of get your yeast in there a bit. That goes in. Put the lid on it. And at this point, I recommend never stir it ever. Look, it's on. And that's got to sit and ferment for 5 days. I'll do a second reading with the hydrometer later on in 5 days time, see if it's right. And if it's right, we go to bottling.